When I put my uniform on, I'm ready to help someone on the worst day of their life.
Oh. It's the ambulance here, mate.
As soon as we arrive, they just know they're in safe hands and that we're going to do everything we can to help them.
Does that feel better? Yeah?
I wouldn't have guessed you were 104.
I genuinely think laughter is the best medicine.
Let's go. Teddy wants to go. You're very brave.
To know that you bring someone that's very unwell to hospital and they get better, it's one of the best feelings in the world.
I promise I'll look after you.
Second to God, these people.
Let's get you in the ambulance, eh?
I feel really proud to wear this uniform and I feel really proud to be a paramedic.
You're right, mate. We'll look after you.
On this episode of Paramedics,
if you need to push us out of the way, priority is to get him out of the vehicle.
a devastating head-on collision leaves a young man fighting for his life.
Every bit of me screams, how on earth has anyone survived this impact?
Oh, no, I've got chest pain and back pain.
A heart racing out of control puts Dan on high alert.
So it's stabbing me.
If we can't get this to settle, that could be imminent death.
And can sisterly love help a schoolgirl in shock?
Give her a cuddle, honey.
What a cutie.
SA ambulance service. Tell me exactly what's happened.
I'm sweating. I got in-headed arms, I feel like my heart coming out of my chest.
We're going to get some help out there, okay? So stay with me on the line now.
Chest pain, sweating, so she could be quite unwell.
Solo intensive care paramedic Dan is now on his way, lights and sirens.
She's describing it as the heart's coming out of her chest. To me, that sounds a little bit like palpitations. Could also be a heart attack where there's a blockage in the heart. So either way, it's time critical.
Guys, let me through. That's it. When it comes to the heart, there is no plan B. You've got one, and we need to protect it and save it as well as we can.
Hey, mate, how are you?
Hello.
Hey, guys, how are you?
Getting a picture now. This is Shane this afternoon, been walking back from the shops. Just felt some lethargy, some dizziness, shortness of breath. Felt quite sweaty.
Yeah.
I see the patient looking quite unwell, and my eyes are drawn to the monitor. The heart rhythm is absolutely racing.
Try and breathe normally, and I'm just going to get this picture. Yeah.
Doing well, Shane, doing well.
The fact that she's pale and sweaty is telling me that her body is trying to fight this and isn't currently coping.
Has this ever happened to you before?
I've had little heart palpitations, but I've never really taken notice.
Sure.
I keep saying, I should say something to the doctor, and I keep forgetting about it.
Yep.
And today is the first time that I've ever gone like this, and I felt real
Yeah, I can imagine.
Her heart's racing at probably 3 times its normal rate. So she feels like she's running a marathon, and yet she's sitting on her bed.
All right, so obviously irregular. Have you ever had atrial fibrillation before? Did you know, like AF or AFib? Nah.
Dan's worried Shane's heart is in a rapid, irregular rhythm called atrial fibrillation. Left untreated, the heart can't pump blood, and it can lead to cardiac arrest.
Shane, we need to just get you nice and safe and sound, so we're going to pop a little drip in.
Sorry, I can't help it. I'm just shaking.
Yeah, that's okay. Because what's happening, your heart's going so fast that it's not able to fill up enough to shoot out the blood to the rest of your body.
All right. I'm sweaty again.
Yeah.
You're feeling worse again, are you?
If we can't get this to settle, absolutely, Shane could go downhill really quickly.
Can you imagine being an office worker? Like, they look...
think about this all
everyone
the
looks really
time.
nice.
They look great.
Yeah, fantastic.
Aaron and Laura
Maybe.
are doing a spot of people watching as they head out for another busy shift.
But I couldn't wear a suit. Like, look at those two. He's in, like, a really nice fitted suit.
He looks great.
He looks really good.
She looks great. I love those white boots. It's just so different doing shift work and being a paramedic.
It's good, though.
For Aaron, his decision to become a paramedic began with a heartbreaking family emergency.
Nice to see you.
You too.
You been good?
I remember coming home, Dad proceeded to tell us that he had cancer. For me, that came as a bit of a shock.
Aaron's dad, Ross, had been diagnosed with stage 4 tongue cancer.
It was a real curveball that hit the entire family. Aaron was only 17 years of age, and I probably was too upset myself to sit down with him one-on-one and say, hey, Aaron, you know, how are you coping with this? Yeah, I sometimes wish now when I reflect back that I had that opportunity. It was really tough for all of us.
I'm just missing a few body parts, but there's nothing wrong with that, is there?
No, no.
Against the odds, Ross survived.
Dad's really resilient. It wasn't just a year or two, it was 10, 15 years long. It's actually funny looking at these now, though, because we carry this equipment here now. So this,
you carry all
we
of that
carry
with
all
you
that
now.
now. Yeah. We had a couple of attendances from the ambulance at home when he was unconscious, and I saw those paramedics go, hey, they're looking after my family member. And I'd like to do that for someone if I could.
10 years later, Aaron has qualified as an intensive care paramedic.
He's a lovely boy, isn't he, eh?
Dad absolutely influences how I deal with patients at work. You can't control everything in life, and sometimes things give you a curveball, but you still got to catch it.
Yeah, possibly. It's going to be a carving tree, thanks. Pulse off.
Yeah, Roger. Carvey private, cuts to face, airbags deployed. Patients here in the car, Roger, seem to be pinned.
This is a little bit serious, this one.
We're driving to this job and we're thinking potentially every single body involvement, like head, chest, abdo, legs. There's not one thing that we're not worried about. Bleeding coming from the mouth through broken cheekbone. We need to be switched on, ready to go. Patient snoring and not breathing effectively.
Oh. Snoring often is an indication that your brain might not be getting enough oxygen. When a patient's critically unwell, the first thing that someone generally refers to is they sound like they're snoring. There's blood around the mouth and he's not really awake. Every bit of me screams that this isn't going to be good. Traffic is horrible. Yeah. In situations like this, it's really easy to get emotionally hijacked. You're driving lights and sirens in really busy traffic. You're going to someone who's unconscious, pinned in a car. It's really important that you try and stay calm. Oh, lady. This is as serious as it gets.
All right. Let me listen to your breathing.
50-year-old Shane collapsed when her heart went into a rapid, irregular rhythm known as atrial fibrillation.
Big deep breath if you can.
Intensive care paramedic Dan is giving her fluid to help keep blood pumping around her body.
If Shane's heart struggles further, it may be a situation where the electrical rhythm to the heart does not allow that muscle to beat.
Yeah, we're definitely AF.
If this happens, Shane goes into cardiac arrest.
While the drip takes effect, Dan looks for a way to distract Shane from the situation.
Do you know what's worrying me the most? That Port Power pillow.
Hey. Don't go there.
No, we shouldn't. Not in your weakest moment, eh?
No. If it wasn't for Port Adelaide, crows wouldn't exist.
Oh, OK. This is going to take us all the way to hospital to debate this.
I don't argue all the way with her, yeah. I got hours of arguing with her.
Very good. Oh, this will be fun.
Adelaide has 2 AFL teams, and there is no more intense rivalry between Port Adelaide and Adelaide. And when I hear Shane talk, I realise that she is staunch.
Oh my God, look at your room. This is a shrine to Port Power.
My daughter who passed away from child syndrome.
Yeah.
She was one-eyed Port Power.
Fair enough.
Born and bred Port Power. Parents Port Adelaide.
Yeah.
As Shane and I banter about Port and the Crows, the sad backstory she tells me was that her daughter's now passed away. And I notice a beautiful blanket.
That's a cool one. What's that?
That's my daughter.
Yeah, right. Oh, lovely.
I'll take that one with me if that's
Yeah,
all right.
absolutely, love. So, Shane, your heart is going fast. We're going to gently let you sit up on the side of the bed just to see how you feel.
Shane's heart rate is still worryingly high, and she urgently needs to go to hospital.
Let's get you out of here. Now, we've got the blanket. Yes, excellent.
Whatever was coming to hospital, we made sure that blanket was coming with Shane.
Make sure that doesn't drop. That's it.
And on that blanket were pictures of her daughter in all her Port Adelaide colours, and I could see the joy that the footy had brought for the family and amongst their hardships.
You got your lovely daughter on there.
I realise that blanket symbolises not just the memory of her daughter, but in many respects that her daughter is with her.
I'm sweating again.
Yeah, you're having little patches of it. We can slowly head off, thanks. Yep. So BP's 155. No, all right.
I know, I've got chest pain and back pain.
We're going to pull over. I'll get another print out of your heart.
Shane continues to keep me on my toes. Her heart begins to race again, and she's complaining of back pain now.
What's changing?
Just back pain.
Back pain?
I'm sweating.
Back pain might be from a blockage of the heart, but it can also be a tearing of the major vessels.
How would you describe the pain?
So I started stabbing me.
If they tear completely and we lose blood, that could be imminent death.
How's the life on Tinder, mate?
Mate, but there is no life on Tinder.
Oh, so that's probably why you're single.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a much cruisier start to the day for Nii and Carlos. Plenty of time to interrogate Carlos's dating drought.
No, I can't do Tinder. It's not my thing. It's not my jam.
Bumble, Grindr,
Mine neither.
whatever you want.
Whatever.
Whatever floats your boat, really.
No, more of a Gumtree type.
Gumtree, a Facebook marketplace. A priority 2 for a 73-year-old female. Looks like she's had an accidental fall and she can't get up.
But the banter quickly comes to an end when a job comes in for an elderly woman in big trouble.
Patient has only just regained consciousness and been able to get to a phone.
It's really upsetting to see this job come through because we don't know if she's been here for hours or days, which is worst case scenario.
Patient has pain in right hip and leg from fall. Patient also has severe groin pain.
It sounds like she's probably fractured her hip and she somehow dragged herself from the floor to get to the phone to give us a call.
Guessing she must be living by herself.
Yeah.
No one was able to find her and assist her up.
Alrighty. What's her name? Trudy.
With the distressed 73-year-old home all alone, Nii and Carlos will need to find a way in.
Trudy! Trudy! It's the ambulance! Trudy!
We've been knocking on the door and on the windows as well. We don't hear a single word, so we're quite worried that she could be deteriorating and getting worse. Might be able to jump it.
Fearing Trudy may now be unconscious,
Do you feel safe doing that?
Nii and Carlos look for another way to gain access.
We might be able to lift that body up.
Oh my God.
I think you've got baby hands.
It's not every day that you do break into someone's house, but hey, we managed to get in. That's the main thing.
Trudy, it's the ambulance. No, it's locked. The lights are on, but I can't see anyone in there. We've tried the doors, we've tried the windows, so we're running out of options at this point. Trudy! It's important to get inside so we can make sure that she's alive, because at this stage, we just don't know. Trudy! It's the ambulance, can you hear me?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, mate.
Aaron and Laura have just arrived at the scene of an horrific car crash. A young man is trapped and fighting for his life after he accidentally ploughed his car into a tree.
Hello, how you going? As we arrive on scene, it's chaos. There's people everywhere. There's another crew on scene. And I get a glimpse of the car and it is totaled. It is more crumpled than I've ever seen a car in my entire life. And I'm thinking, how on earth has anyone survived this impact?
As an intensive care paramedic, Aaron will lead the large team of emergency workers gathered at the crash site.
Hello, how you going? Can I just see his legs? So his legs are free. All right. I think we go, if he's got an airway issue, let's rapid extra K. Just give me 1 sec. I'm going to advise what we're doing. He's not pinned any fast way, so he just needs to come out. We don't care how.
Sometimes we'd be worried about people's spine and keeping them aligned and things like that. He's past that. We just want to get him out of the car now so we can start treating him right now.
All right, we're going to cut this door out to start with, then we'll take the people around next, right?
Can I get a rough time frame?
It'll take 5 to 10 minutes.
OK, perfect.
For now, the driver is still breathing.
I want the shears off.
But with so many potentially fatal internal injuries from the force of the crash, the clock is ticking.
We want him out within 5 minutes. I want you to cut this door.
Perfect. All right, mate, can I get through here? You're right, mate. We'll look after you. As I see this man more closely, I know he's in a world of pain.
Ketamine.
Thank you. You're right, mate. Just relax. I've got to hold your arm, sting in your arm. Just because a patient can't talk to you back and say that they're in pain doesn't mean they're not scared.
The patient's driver's license has now been found. The young man is 27-year-old Dylan.
We get in our cars every single day and we never think anything like this is going to happen.
There's lots of blood here. Can I get a gauze? Can someone hold his arm, please?
Dylan and I, we're the same age. I'm 27, he's 27. Yeah. And all of a sudden this life-changing thing has just happened to him.
I'm just going to get you out of this car as soon as we can, OK?
Trudy, it's the ambulance. Can you hear me?
Trudy?
Nee and Carlos are trying to reach 73-year-old Trudy after a fall left her with a suspected broken hip.
Trudy?
With fears increasing that their patient is unconscious, Nee has finally discovered a hidden key.
Let's try that key, I reckon.
We got this key. We're going to put it in this back door, see if it works. Fingers crossed it works.
Hello? Trudy? Trudy, it's the ambulance. Yeah, we're coming to you, Trudy.
It's a big relief that we can actually get access to our patient now.
Oh, we're coming.
And all we can hear is her agony.
Hi, Trudy.
Hi.
What's happened today? What's going on?
I had a fall. I don't really know what happened.
Okay.
I kind of stumbled.
Okay.
And I landed right on my head.
Right on your hip.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I blacked out for a while.
You think you blacked out? Okay.
Because of pain.
Okay.
So I'm looking at Trudy and she's tiny. She's 40 kilos at max. It's actually really sad to see her all alone by herself in so much pain.
Can you stretch out both your legs? So if you straighten this leg out, is that okay?
Oh, I don't think I can stretch it.
It definitely looks like she's broken her hip.
Let's give you some pain relief.
A broken hip at any age is extremely painful.
In through your mouth and out through your nose.
But for Trudy, it could be life-threatening.
You happy if I get extrication?
Yeah, I think so.
1 in 3 elderly adults within a 12-month period die from complications due to hip fractures. This can be from blood clots to infections. With Trudy being so fragile, I'm really worried about her future.
Oh, sorry.
SA ambulance, tell me exactly what's happened.
We've had a student injure themselves during the high jump and they're lying on the ground.
Inside the State Emergency Operations Centre, an alarming call is coming in from a local high school.
So were they in the jump when they fell, or have they tripped over going to the jump?
She went over the bar and then hit the edge of the mat and fell awkwardly.
Okay, just tell her to be still and wait for help to arrive.
Intensive care paramedic Hannah is on her way to the school, lights and sirens.
A 12-year-old has injured themselves during the high jump and we've been called by a crew on scene to help out. I'm assuming they've injured their back or perhaps their neck.
Depending on how high she's tried to jump, there's potential not only for head and spinal injuries, but also fractures to the arms and legs.
Wow. Real cowboys.
There's a young girl in pain and distress, and so it is important that we get there as soon as we can. My suspicions are when she's hit that mat, that she's come down and hit hard.
This is Theodora. My name's Hannah. Hi. How you doing? Not so good? Does anywhere else hurt or just your arm? Just my arm. Okay. Using your good arm, can you point to where you think it hurts the most?
Theodora looks terrified.
Up in the upper arm there. Okay, honey.
She's not speaking much at all, and she's not moving a muscle. She's in a mixture of fear and pain.
Hurting lots, hey? All right, hun. We'll get it sorted out.
Make sure you hold that still up. Just cut it there, and down here.
We're ready. Are we all ready to move? Ready?
Back at the crash site, Aaron is desperate to get his critically injured patient Dylan out of the car.
What we'll do, O2 can stay on. I'm happy to spin him if we maintain his head as much as we can.
The 27-year-old is struggling to breathe after a head-on collision with a tree left him with suspected head and internal injuries.
Just relax, mate. We'll look after you. You're right.
Now get the feet and out clear.
Perfect. Ready? I want to save the patient's life, and I want to be a part of that journey as a team. Head up. Yep, head up. Gentle as we can. To give the patient the best outcome that we possibly can. We want his hips lined up with this if we can. Perfect. Awesome, thank you guys.
While Aaron leads the team, his partner Laura joins the fireys and other paramedics in the massive effort to save the young man.
So he looks like he's got a fractured femur down here as well.
He's had a big impact on that tree.
Huge.
Pretty much
Yep.
where his feet are.
Blood pressure is 125 on 70 with strong radials. Dylan has a really nice, strong radial pulse, which means he's getting blood flow to his brain and to his organs, so that's really good. His blood pressure is normal as well. He's got some things going for him.
Are we missing anything, guys?
So she's starting to snore.
Just gonna check his chest.
But the good news doesn't last long.
You're right, mate. Whilst we're assessing the patient's breathing, it's clear that there's not much air movement on the left side of the chest. The level of agitation we're seeing in Dylan is concerning. Please, I'm going to give him 50 of Ket. He's not talking to us. He's making incomprehensible sounds.
Air is quickly filling up the space between Dylan's lungs and chest wall, making it increasingly difficult for him to breathe.
Can we mark up his chest for decompression?
To survive, he will need an urgent procedure that can only be performed by a specialist mobile trauma team called MedStar.
So we'll get everything ready for RSI. Let's go to the back of the truck.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Dylan has multiple body systems bleeding, including brain, lungs, and his legs. But he's young, and that's definitely going to help him in the fight for his life. We don't know anything about him at this point. He's someone's loved one. He's someone's son. He could be someone's father.
Or something for this.
That just makes it more important.
You're right, mate.
All right, while we're stopped, you stay really still if you can.
50-year-old Shane's heart rate has taken a turn for the worse, and she's now also suffering from severe back pain.
Just going to take a picture of her heart again while we're stopped.
Yep. Intensive care paramedic Dan is worried the passionate footy fan could have a potentially fatal blood vessel tear in her heart.
Oh. That stress. Yeah. Okay.
Are you good to keep tracking?
Yeah, let's keep tracking.
Yeah.
Oh. I'll check this blood pressure once more. 220. So it's
Okay. All right.
not great. It's trending better.
Yeah.
So after checking Shane again, I can see that her blood pressure is holding. So I must admit I breathe quite a sigh of relief at that point. I just need to get it really quickly to hospital.
So basically, your heart's a bit irritable.
Right.
When your
You're down by 5 goals at three-quarter time. It's got that about it. So, yeah.
I don't know how my poor daughter felt.
Yeah.
Because she had Rett syndrome.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Rett syndrome is a devastating degenerative disease that leads to a reduced life expectancy, mainly in girls.
You said she passed?
Passed away due to having a seizure and it cut oxygen to her brain. But she saved 9 lives.
Oh, was she an organ donor?
Yeah, I asked to be an organ donor. So
Yeah, what an amazing legacy that she was able to leave.
I said I didn't want 9 more families to go through all the pain
Yeah, absolutely.
and the heartache that we've gone through.
Yeah.
Organ donation, we all know the start of that process is such a tragedy, but from that, I guess, new life really is born, and I'm sure it gives Shane such huge comfort to know that her legacy lives on and that she's made such an impact to 9 other people. I think it's phenomenal.
This hospital let me know she passed away, so...
Well, I'm sure the staff today will help you out. We'll get you in there. They know you're coming.
Shane is an absolute trooper.
I'm going to have a read of that blanket in a minute.
My hope is that the staff at the hospital will get her in good physical health so she can get home and start to see some joy in life, though not with too many Port Adelaide wins.
And it doesn't hurt in here. Nothing over here. Nah, and this feels okay. So it's really all just down here, isn't it?
12-year-old Theodora crash-landed at school while attempting a high jump. Intensive care paramedic Hannah is worried about head and spinal injuries, but the schoolgirl's left arm is the obvious problem.
There's lots of swelling and deformity. Looking at Theodora's arm, it becomes pretty obvious it's not just a small hairline fracture. I suspect all her body weight has come down on the arm and snapped it all the way through.
It's all right, honey. Silly high jump, hey?
Yeah, stressful.
Theodora's father, Vetti, rushed from work to be by his young daughter's side.
Having 2 daughters, any phone call from the school is nerve-wracking. It was the longest 4-minute drive of my life. I'm worried. I just want to comfort her.
It's okay, honey. Dad's here, though. What we might need to do is give you some more pain relief and then take you to the hospital. All right, sweetheart. It's going to be a tiny little scratch. Well done. Well done. You're such a brave girl. You're okay. What's upsetting you the most, hun?
Suddenly, the shock of the accident hits home.
See, Nephi.
See your sister.
And the brave 12-year-old desperately needs the comfort of her little sister.
Oh, is your sister here?
Yeah, she is.
I look across at Theodora and I can see that finally the damn wall has broken. She's been tough for as long as she can, and yeah, that breaks my heart for her.
Alrighty, Trudy. So keep that whistle in your mouth, Trudy. Keep breathing on it. We're just going to shuffle you forward.
Nee and Carlos are urgently trying to get the badly injured 73-year-old Trudy to hospital.
Sorry. Keep breathing, keep breathing.
But getting her out of the house won't be easy.
I have to figure out a way how we're going to get Trudy out of here. Start looking around the house, start looking around the place. I see some furniture, see if I can try to move it out the way, but it's just way too heavy.
Hey, Carlos.
Yeah.
I might just call another, like a crew, just to help us lift.
I was thinking fireys.
Fireys, yeah, one of them. Let's just do that. Let's set that up. Sorry. Keep breathing, keep breathing.
With Trudy in such agony and the exit blocked by furniture, Nee and Carlos have decided they need extra resources and are calling on the fireys for special assistance.
Can we get the fireys tracking here on our 2 licensed sirens, please, to help with extrication?
Roger.
So where are your family if they don't live in Adelaide?
I've got no family.
No family?
No, I've just doctors and no relatives.
No relatives?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, sorry to hear that. So when Trudy tells me that she has no family, it really is super upsetting to hear.
Not doing great.
Yeah. I definitely could not imagine my life without my family. They are the biggest support network for me, and it really breaks my heart that Trudy doesn't have that.
Hey,
mate, how you
Good,
doing?
thank you.
Hi, guys. So the plan is to lie Trudy flat, get the spinal board underneath and then carry out to the stretcher.
Beautiful.
The only obstacle is obviously that couch behind you.
The fireys have now removed the couch and the exit is cleared for Trudy's extrication.
Now whistle in your mouth the whole time. We're gonna lay you flat now, okay? Ready? We've got you. Keep breathing up, breathe up, breathe up, breathe up, breathe up, breathe up, breathe up.
Moving Trudy is going to be excruciating, but we have to get her to hospital. We don't have a choice.
Now, Trudy, we're gonna roll you to pop the board underneath you and then we're gonna carry it out, okay? All right, on your count, mate.
On 3. 1,
Yep.
2, 3.
Okay, darling. We're going to lift you up now.
Intensive care paramedic Hannah is preparing to move Theodora after the 12-year-old badly injured her arm during high jump practice.
So what I need you to do is use your whistle and roll towards me. Can you do that?
You're doing so well, all right?
Now, I'm not going to pull it in any funny way.
Clearly, Theodora is a bit stressed at the thought of us moving her arm and causing worse pain than she already has, but it's necessary for us to roll her onto the spinal board and up onto the stretcher, just in case she's got an injury somewhere else that we don't know about yet.
And 1, 2, 3.
You're doing so well.
Oh, who's this?
Theodora's little sister, Nevena, has been picked up by Mum Covey and brought in to provide some much-needed support.
Do you want to say hi? Yeah. Oh, it's okay. Give her a cuddle, honey.
What a cutie.
When I see tiny little Nevi come onto the scene and give Theodora a big cuddle and a kiss, I just think it's the sweetest thing. Nevi coming into the scene has broken the ice a little bit for the family in general.
You have to do all her chores now.
It's really nice that everyone can take a bit of a breath and just relax a little bit more.
All right, Theodora, we're going to put you in the ambulance now.
Theodora is being taken to the Women and Children's Hospital for specialist paediatric care.
So when we get to the hospital, what they'll do is they'll just do a quick x-ray of her upper arm. I think she might have broken it here, yeah.
When you see your child lying there in that pain and you can't do anything, you can't cuddle her, you just have to hope that she's in the best hands with the paramedics.
You've done such a good job. You're a very brave kiddo, you know that? Very tough.
We are going to Europe, so...
You lucky girl. Where are you going to go? Do you know the places?
Turkey, Italy.
Wow.
So Mum and Dad tell me that the whole family is heading away for a European summer holiday, which sounds awesome. But unfortunately for poor Theodora, she might need an operation. Then I think it's not going to be fully healed by the time they go.
Let's go, girlfriend. You just stay very still. Let's go in and get your arm x-rayed, Kay?
There's just a step before the stretcher, guys. Just heads up.
After spending hours in agony on the floor with a suspected broken hip, 73-year-old Trudy is finally on her way to hospital.
Cool, well done, guys. Alrighty, let's get you in the ambulance, hey? Cheers, guys, thanks for your help.
Pleasure.
Thank God the fireys rocked up on scene because we definitely needed some more hands to help. Alrighty, Trudy. How are you feeling at the moment?
I've actually got less pain.
Less pain?
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Pain.
What a win.
But before Nee and Carlos can get underway,
Can you grab some things?
Yeah, what would you like?
Trudy has one last request.
Perfect timing, Mr. Carlo. We've got a list of errands you have to run. Trudy would like her trackies. Trackies, clean undies, her black bag on the kitchen table, and her keys.
Okay.
If you miss any one of them.
All right, I'll be back.
The idea of Carlos going through Trudy's underwear is going to be a big nightmare because he's such a polite kind of dude. This is going to seriously do his head in.
It's not what I signed up for, going through people's drawers, collecting people's underwear. But if people need us, that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
I like to think things will get better, but
Well, things might get better. I think today might be the turning point, maybe.
Alrighty, got it all.
Alrighty.
Yeah, beauty.
yes.
All right, we're just heading off now, okay?
Okay. I just can't seem to hold my hand.
Let's get that sorted today. Let's get the help that you need today. Let's get people coming in, helping you in and around the house.
Yeah.
I like to treat people with kindness and respect and treat them like any other human being. Sorry, I'm fiddling with your arm so much, trying to get a blood pressure. I feel like that treats 90% of what we see.
I'm pleased you came so soon.
Trudy will be taken straight through to emergency to determine if she's broken her hip.
Alrighty, Trudy. If Trudy has fractured her hip, it's going to be a very long road to recovery. Alrighty, off we go. This fall can change Trudy's life quite significantly. She might not be able to go home, but fingers crossed she can.
All right, let's restart. We'll keep him here. Let's position him a little bit better when we're ready.
Aaron is leading the fight to save 27-year-old Dylan, who has multiple life-threatening injuries after he accidentally slammed his car into a tree. With Dylan showing signs of a potentially lethal collapsed lung,
It's decreased on both sides, but more on the left.
as well as a serious head injury, Aaron has called MedStar, an elite team of trauma specialists, for backup.
So we got this gentleman, mid-20s, car versus tree, as you can see, recurring a head injury. He does have a very difficult airway.
So you obviously have done a very good job so far. We put him on our monitor, and then we're setting up for an RSI, okay? Hello, mate. Can you open your eyes for me?
The team urgently need to put a tube down Dylan's windpipe and take over his airway.
Intubating someone or putting them in an induced coma is the riskiest thing we can do, but it gives the patient the best chance of survival.
Okay, we're looking for intubation now.
We're taking away the ability for a patient to breathe by themselves.
Ready with suction. I have the tube.
Just releasing now.
And release.
We can't make mistakes.
Take a breath.
Misting.
Good. Super. So airway is secured. We will secure this one, and then we'll do fingers on its left.
Now that Dylan is safely in an induced coma, the team can release the air that's compressing his lungs with a procedure called a finger thoracostomy.
Oh, massive air.
Yeah.
Good. Beautiful. Yeah, actually there is a difference now in bagging. Good. We are good now with the
We're packaged, yeah.
Good. We'll load him up and get going.
Dylan is now finally stable enough to be transported.
I'll drive you in.
Yep.
Would be about 15 to 20. I know this guy's critically unwell. And I keep thinking to myself over and over again. About 5 minutes, guys. Just make it to the hospital. Just survive. I know if we get Dylan to hospital, there's still a chance that we can save him.
I don't know if I've got chest pain and back pain. I'm sweating.
50-year-old Shane was rushed to hospital with a racing heart and severe back pain.
Still got someone stabbing me.
Luckily, her test showed no sign of a heart attack, and Shane was sent home with medication.
Under the banky. Cuddle time. At the moment, I'm pretty well. I feel healthy. I feel good in myself. I still have palpitations every now and then. But other than that, I feel a lot better than I was on that day.
A year ago, Shane tragically lost her daughter Paige to Rett syndrome.
And that's her having cuddles with her dad.
Shane credits her memorial blanket for giving her the strength to pull through.
I couldn't have gone without that. Just made me feel secure. I thought, I'm going to get through this, I'm going to be here. My youngest needs me and my hubby needs me. So either way, I was determined that I wasn't going to go anywhere. You got kisses for Nanny? Got kisses?
Hi, Trudy. What's happened today? What's going on?
I had fall.
After hours alone on the floor with an excruciating suspected hip fracture,
Right, so plan is feet first, out that way.
73-year-old Trudy was finally rescued, but there were fears the injury could be life-threatening.
If she hadn't called us, she could have died.
X-rays revealed Trudy did have a broken hip, but 10 days after surgery, she was up and walking again and has taken Nee's advice to get the support she needs at home.
You're such a brave girl.
12-year-old Theodora was practicing her high jump when she crash-landed at school and injured her arm. In shock and extreme pain,
Give her a cuddle, honey.
it was a visit from her little sister that comforted her most. X-rays revealed Theodora snapped the bone in her upper arm, but fortunately didn't need surgery.
Can I join you?
Now on the road to recovery, Theodora and Nevena can get back to doing what they love.
I love my sister, Nevena. She's my best friend. Words can't explain how much I love her.
Nevi? Yeah?
If you could go anywhere in Europe, where would you go?
I don't know. Probably go to Serbia.
And the best news is, the family are still going on their dream trip to Europe.
I want to look at another
Rome. I don't know if we're Rome. Me too. I want to go to Rome too.
I'm going to Europe. I'm super excited to see the Leaning Tower of Pisa and the Colosseum in Italy, and to see my family in Serbia.
Can we swim there?
He just needs to come out. We don't care how.
A catastrophic crash into a tree left young Dylan fighting for his life, prompting a major rescue operation.
You're right, mate. Just going to get you out of this car as soon as we can, OK?
Despite Dylan having multiple life-threatening injuries,
We're good now?
We're packaged, yeah.
Good. And then we'll load him up and get going.
Aaron managed to get him to hospital alive. Dylan's mum, Kathleen, and sister, Rebecca, raced to be by his side.
Because he was in surgery, but I didn't get to see him till the next day. And that was a big shock.
After 5 days fighting for his life, Dylan suffered a major brain bleed and sadly passed away.
He would do anything for anyone. Always wanted to help. He was trying to become a tattoo artist. We found out after his passing, and he did some amazing drawings. How can your son actually be gone? It's supposed to be you first, not the children.
Did you put the tinsel on his head?
Nothing he did.
He did it himself. Covered in chocolate.
Despite their devastation,
That's a nice photo. I love his haircut there.
Kathleen and Rebecca are grateful to all the emergency services whose help that day gave them the time to say goodbye.
If it hadn't been for the paramedics, he would have died there and then.
We wouldn't have got that time. It was hard, but it was good.
Their final moments together also allowed for a lasting memorial.
The day after Dylan's funeral, the hospital gave us his last heartbeat. So that's what Rebecca got me for Mother's Day. So at least we can see him every day.